Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Jeremy. It's an honor to be on.
Now that we're well and truly into 2026, what we're really seeing in the market is that storage is no longer considered just storage. We've got AI and cyber resilience and data sovereignty and many other topics that are really changing buyer needs. Can you tell me about in what ways is Seagate rising to meet those expectations and needs?
Yeah, certainly, Jeremy. I think these conversations surface up more than before with our customers. Capacity is one, data sovereignty is one, and security. Because everybody's conscious about what this new AI infrastructure development is putting a pressure on their businesses' continuity. I think first thing we want to talk about is the capacity. As a storage vendor, we've been conscious about growing the capacity that is available without increasing the footprint and the power consumption. So our latest release of the enterprise storages that enables multi-terabyte per platform so that customers do not have to re-architect their storage requirement. It's more, you have a more robust scalability platform to grow as your demand grows. The other thing is security. Obviously, security is not an option anymore. It's a part of the infrastructure. With our enterprise designs, we built in features like workload optimizations, hardware encryptions to make sure these security requirements are met at the platform level as well. And data sovereignty is definitely a hot conversation now because a lot of enterprises realize not just to meet the requirement from governance, but you are holding a lot of sensitive data. So that's where it comes the discussion of the on-prem storages and hybrid options. Because at the end of the day, no enterprise want to put all these sensitive data in the public cloud where they don't have control.
Jeff, buying committees are really shifting right now, and infrastructure decisions are involving a lot more teams. We're looking at it involving security, finance, risk teams, and many more. In what ways can Seagate's partners adapt to these larger and more diverse buying committees?
Sure. I think this is also a very, very top of the mind because storage is no longer determined by single IT leaders. As you said, the security team wants to know about the risks, recoverabilities. The finance team wants to know where the investment is going and the life cycle of the investment. The executive team also wants to know about the business continuity and also about getting ready with the future of the AI infrastructure. So it is very important that you turn the conversation from product-centric to the outcome-based conversations. And you have to relay these messages to the finances and securities and the business stakeholders so they understand what is required and what is a life cycle and what are the readiness of the security around the storage architect. So we really highly encourage the partners to get us into the very early conversation of the architecture design in mind of having these embedded security features, as well as looking at the scalability options. When these architectures and the risks are shaped earlier on, and that's where the long-term values are created together with the partner and us and with the end customer mindset.
More so than ever, channel partners are under significant margin pressure. What do you expect partners need to do differently in 2026 to remain relevant?
I think the margin pressure are real and it's not gonna go away. So you have to realize what the customers are looking for. I think one of the fundamental change for a lot of the MSPs will be about not so much about the volume of the transaction, but more focusing on specialization and providing the insights. Partners are continuing to compete purely on price and basic fulfillment will struggle. Partners who, in contrast, the partners focus on solving the problems and attaching services and expertise to the infrastructure and thinking about the storage as a strategic layer, not as a commodity, will come out strong. In Seagate's perspective, we're very conscious about this pressure. That's why our partner investment program is not just on the transaction. It's about enabling differentiator. evolution of the partner program that we rolled out is really designed to reward the partners who invest in capabilities, solution depth, and customer outcome. I think there is an opportunity for partners to win the trusted advisor status in part of the growth planning, the cyber recovery, the AI infrastructure readiness. These conversations will give you far more advanced engagement than just a transactional relationship.
In 2026, what will actually separate high-performing partners from the rest? And in what ways can Seagate help them stand out?
The high-performing partners will stand out in few ways. I think the first foremost is they have a very specific focus on the problem they solve for the partners. And that involves some technical and commercial confidence about understanding their requirements and help them to navigate through the very complex process of not just the cost, but the integration and managing the life cycle of this IT storage infrastructure. They need to be understanding some of the vendor strategies and align them as well so that they understand and turn that into the meaningful conversation with the partners. It's not just the technology, but what partner provide on top of the technology as a differentiated solution will set them apart from the rest of the cloud.
Jeff, if you were advising a partner who is building their strategy right now, what capabilities would you advise them to invest in immediately?
I would strongly recommend them to look into AI-ready data infrastructure expertise, building the skill sets on that particular subject, especially for on-prem and hybrid storages. Because while AI adoption is moving rapidly fast, it is also true that many of the enterprises will store the customer-sensitive data on-prem and hybrid models, not from the public cloud. And these requirements are changing and growing every day. A partner who understands how to design high-capacity, efficient storage architecture and integrate it with the security and recovery into AI workflow and help customers to balance performance, cost, and sovereignty requirement will come out strong in many years to come. And we believe our partner programs will assist these partners to build their skills around and confidence required to have this kind of conversation with their partners.
Fantastic.